Shit, I forgot my water. I gotta go get my water. Oh. Luckily, it's right here. Hey, everybody, this is Brett. And yesterday I turned on YouTube. I saw something going on, and so I clicked on it. And I haven't been watching the news much at all lately, but I knew that it was possible that something might go down. Because I had watched a little bit of the news, and I knew that they were supposed to, turn on or approve the voting, etc., in Congress. And so when I saw that it had been breached, that thousands of protesters had gone and broken into the Senate chambers and all of that, I was like, how the hell did that happen? How the hell did they possibly allow that to happen? Were they not thinking that this was a possibility? I was just blown away. But then I remembered that, oh yeah, it's the government. It's the government, and sometimes they just don't think. And also, I think that they've been like really lenient towards these kinds of protesters, not just on the Trump protesters, but also on the other side. They've been really lenient towards them. And the reality is that that just won't work. If they don't get tough and if they don't get smart, then the protesters will overrun them, and there'll be just a lot of trouble. And that's what happened yesterday. And so I was just like blown away. I couldn't believe it. We're talking about our nation's capital. Our nation's capital was overrun by goons with one of them had a Viking hat with horns. That was some funny shit. Could you guys believe that? Did you see that guy, the big bearded guy with the horns? But it really wasn't funny. It was kind of scary. Some of it was funny. But really, it was a good thing, because let me tell you why that was a good thing. And it's starting to become obvious that when you got all of these Congress people, senators, in a room together, hiding from this crowd, right? It's going to bring them together because they're all scared, and they're all like going to come together against Donald Trump. And that's what has happened, because you've got this person that is insane, that's continuing to tell people that the election was stolen. Sorry, I forgot to plug it in. So he's continuing to tell people that the election was stolen. And there may have been some rule changes for the elections in some states due to COVID, but that doesn't mean that the election was stolen, and there's been absolutely no proof of it. They've had Republicans in the election process have said that there's absolutely no proof that anything was stolen. It's all a bunch of bull. And basically, it's just like what Mitt Romney said. We've got this guy that's just like a poor loser. He's just a poor loser. I've told you guys this before. And it's just amazing to me. It's just absolutely, I do not understand how this person became the president. I have no idea. Well, other than, like I said, he has some things some policy changes, ideas that he's implemented that a lot of people were like, hell yeah, including myself. But I guess those people just weren't strong enough to see through this person's true nature. They just weren't strong enough to see through his falsehoods. His unethical behavior continues. And you see, the truth rises to the surface. It always rises to the surface, you guys. You know the deal. And basically, there's just, the more he pouts, the more he's like pouting about it, the more it shows what a complete egotistical loser this person is, And yeah, what else can I say? That's all there is to it. He became president because they underestimated how despised Hillary was by so many. Yeah, that's true. Trump never won. People were voting against Hillary. Right. Hillary looks like my mother, okay? Hillary Clinton, oh my God, she looks just like my freaking mother. And there's a part of me that loves my mom, but there's a part of me that really hates my mom. And Hillary Clinton reminds me so much of my mom. But, I think they really demonize Hillary Clinton. She's probably not near as bad as she really is. Is Trump really as bad as he is? Maybe, maybe not. Is maybe as he's been projected to be, as he's seen by so many people. But in any case, it's just going to be really, really good to have him out of there. And you know what? All of these senators that have sided with him just because there are so many people that follow him and support him, I think that they're really deserving of what they're getting now, which is the loss of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Boy, do they deserve a lashing, and that's exactly what they're getting. And so I say yes, even though I'm a moderate and I really kind of lean to the Republican side, I am all happy that that's exactly what has happened. They lost the House, the Senate, and the presidency. I'm good with it. And I hope that they turn back a whole lot of the environmental changes that Trump engaged with. Because you guys should know that, see, even though most politicians are not going to jump on board with my health agenda, Donald Trump is the epitome of what a politician would be like for not jumping on my health agenda. Okay, so at least President Obama had a garden at the White House. Trump got rid of it. Okay, so you guys know that, think about all of the different health things. Think about all of the different health things that I promote. You Republicans too, you Trump supporters, you think about all of the different health things that I think people really need to get back to. Going outside and throwing the frisbee around and exercising. When have you heard Donald Trump telling people that that's what they need to do? Telling the American public, going out in front. You know that if I were the president, that's what I'd do. I'd go out and I would say, everybody needs to go outside and ride their bikes and exercise, etc., etc. So, and the environment. How much of a proponent for the environment, like me, is Donald Trump? Zero. He's the opposite. Donald Trump is the opposite in regards to clean air, clean food, and clean water. Okay, so you Trump supporters, you think about that. How much does Donald Trump care about clean air, clean food, and clean water and good health? He's got his health because he can go and live right on the beach. At the beach, the air is really clean because you've got a good breeze, especially on the West Coast where the air is blowing in. But regardless, the rich can live high on the hills. The rich can live above the smog. The smog lies in low areas. And so think about it. How many health things, like clean air? Donald Trump is all about coal burning. He wants to bring back coal plants. And the coal plants are like, we already shut all that down. What else? Let's see, organic food. In 4 years of Donald Trump presidency, how much did you hear about him talking about organic food and clean, healthy food and home farms, small farms? When did you ever hear him talking about any of that? Saving animals, okay? So when did you ever hear about Donald Trump preserving animals and being against animal cruelty and stuff like that? Never. And out of 100 politicians, which politician would be the last one to ever talk about anything like that? Donald Trump. He doesn't care about anything like that. His kid goes over and shoots tigers, etc., in Africa. He goes over there and hunts them. Okay, so think about, let's see, what else? Think about all the things. How much massage and yoga has Donald Trump talked about since he's been in office? You tell me. How much massage and yoga has Donald Trump talked about? How many times has Donald Trump mentioned holistic anything? Natural health anything? Anything. He doesn't talk about anything like any of that at all. So the thing is that some of you would say that, well, politicians don't talk about any of that stuff. But like I said, Donald Trump would be the last one on the list of any of that, because the only thing he cares about is money. And money doesn't fly with holistic health. It's one of the least important things with holistic healing. What you need is time. You need spirituality. You need clean air, clean food, and clean water. Donald Trump doesn't care about any of those things. He likes to play golf. I used to play golf. I understand that a little bit. But golf is kind of like it's really, there's no way that I can do it anymore because it's such a waste of time. It takes 5 hours to play 18 holes of golf, okay? There's no way that I have 5 hours. I've got millet hole pillows to make, etc. So at least he's getting a little bit of walking, although he's always riding a cart. See, good golfers, people that understand health, they walk. Donald Trump doesn't walk when he goes and plays golf. He rides a cart. Good, healthy golfers walk for the exercise. And those of you that don't believe me, I mean, I'm telling you, I used to play a lot of golf when I was young. I would always walk because I like to walk, and I still walk. And that's another thing. You tell me, how many times has Donald Trump told the American public to go out and walk and get exercise? It's one of the most hugest, biggest things that people need to start thinking about. But Donald Trump hasn't mentioned it once. Most politicians haven't mentioned it. Few, if any. But Donald Trump would be the last one, because that's not important to him. He'd talk about buying real estate. That's what he would talk about. And so it blows my mind. Okay, so let me tell you why it doesn't blow my mind, actually. Okay, so a lot of people in America want to become wealthy, or at least well off, okay? And that's what Donald Trump is all about. And so a lot of those people, they want to buy toys and things. And so when they see some guy come along that's all about buying toys and things and money, then that's what they're into. Yeah, keep those damn Mexicans out of here so that we can have our toys. We don't want to pay for them. We want to be able to have our toys and have our money and have our things. Well, that's what he's all about. And when he loses an election, what is he going to do? You know what he's going to do because you know his demeanor. You know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to cry foul. He's going to say the whole thing was rigged just because they changed some rules and regulations in regards to COVID so that people could mail in ballots. They didn't prove anything. And all he did, so it's all perfect. His true colors are showing. His true colors are showing. The more he cries and bitches and moans, the more his true colors are showing. It's exactly what needs to happen. Everything that's happened is exactly what needed to happen. 4 people yesterday in that whole skirmish thing. And the Congress people were all scared to death, and so they're all going to come together, hopefully, at least to a degree. And he's going to be out of there soon, and thank God. That's what I think, you guys. That's what I think. I only supported, okay, so basketball fan says, I only supported him because I hated Hillary. So at least that's moving in the right direction. People are starting to admit that, well, maybe I only supported him because of this. I only supported him because of that. I only supported him because I needed some new underwear because I had holes in them, and he had promised us that he'd give us new underwear. Okay, so the truth is coming to the surface, and people are starting to get real now that they see that Donald Trump instigated a riot at the Senate House, whatever the hell it's called. So, I mean, was it not ridiculous? Was it not totally like surreal? I was like, are you kidding me? And believe me, okay, so they learned their lessons. They learned their lesson at the whatever the fuck it's called now. They learned their lesson, and they'll have plenty of support next time, at least for the next couple of weeks, hopefully. They'll be able to keep people out of Congress. Only one, because most people despise the Clintons. Wow. I know he's going to talk about that. Anyways, okay, so you guys, that's all really I have to say. I really hope that we can move on. I'm really glad that the presidency, the House, and the Senate are in Democratic hands now. Yes, even though I'm not a Democrat. Thanks for joining me.